I'm pretty sure many of you know what a film is, right? Hi everyone, my name is Pam. Today I'm going to be teaching you the evolution of film and why it has brought us together. If you've been living under a rock, a film is a moving picture that presents a story with the character that goes through a plot or a lesson to entertain and or inform the viewer. It's basically a movie like these. The idea of film goes all the way back to the year of 1870 when a famous photographer was trying to prove an argument these two people were having, which was, how do horses run? Because of this, he had to build his personal horse track with 12 cameras with wires that stretched along the field, so whenever the horse ran over them, it would take a picture. Once he combined the pictures together, it turned out something like this. Pretty neat, right? But you're probably thinking, Pam, you said a film has to tell a story and have a plot. Yes, that's true, but this GIF does tell a story of its own. I just explained it to you. You just have to make your own research sometimes. It won't always just be telling you the story right then and there. Also, the two people that were arguing, none of them were right, just in case you were wondering. Edward Muybridge, who's the same photographer from before, he inspired others to create a project of some sort that creates small films, like the Impetus and the Chronophotography by Mary. That's Mary. Mary and Muybridge actually became very close friends because of their similar interest in finding ways to record something that you can nowadays just Google, but Google didn't exist back then, so. Because Mary and Muybridge looked for many ways to record, it inspired another guy whose name was Louis the Prince. He was the one that really made a breaking point in history by creating the first true motion picture camera, thanks to putting things from Mary and Muybridge's inventions together. He was invited to present his invention in New York, but he sadly disappeared in one of his trips to Paris, which seems pretty sus, but who knows what happened. That's when William Kennedy and Thomas Edison stepped in and presented their version of the motion picture called the kinograph. Time after time, the camera would find ways to evolve from a 16 frame to the 2-hour movies we see today. Like, no, not the movie. Like these ones. Yeah, that one. Not only did people with dreams of all kinds come together to make this idea possible, but the ones that witnessed the work evolve over time, the audience, made the idea stay. I believe the audience is the most essential piece of film evolution, not because it was meant for us in the first place, but because we get to judge the film, not just by ourselves, but together. We can dislike it, or really appreciate its work. Even if you and a group of people really dislike a certain movie, you're still putting your opinion out there together by agreeing with each other. And yeah, there might be a few times where people are like half and half, but that still follows my point. We'll have certain likes and dislikes, but there is a movie or show out there that you can actually enjoy. And we, the audience, are still interested in film projects idea because it amazes us the way technology has evolved over time to create the impossible, like a fight against Godzilla and King Kong. I don't know who asked for it, but we got it because advanced software's made it possible for there to be a fight between two creatures that don't even exist. It creates an illusion of some sort, as if we travel to a different dimension where those certain aspects exist, but it's just out of our reach. Something I also wanted to talk about is what we're going through at the moment. Because of this pandemic, movies and shows have been there for us whenever we're bored and need some entertainment. So we go to streaming platforms like Netflix and or Hulu to watch Dragon Ball Super and Umbrella Academy. I won't mention Disney Plus because I know your 7-day free trial is over, so. Or we're just there to scroll until we finish our popcorn before we start watching anything. But because of the pandemic, production companies haven't been able to film anything new or continue any projects that they've been working on, leaving us to watch something different like Tiger King, or rewatching a classic series like Harry Potter on Soap Today, especially after the pop-up ads of Samantha being 1.5 miles away get banned. Speaking of series, this brings me to my final point on how films over the time has brought us together. Either movie or show series, there will still be a fandom that loves and supports the movie and or series. Like Star Wars, for example. If the fandom hasn't been supporting the story, the series could have probably stopped at a certain point. But because we all have similar likings in something, we find ways to connect with each other, not only in films but in hobbies and humors too. Like Vine. It was created for people to post a 7-second video of something relatable or goofy or just nonsense, all thanks to the help of our phone camera and creativity. Filming has definitely evolved over time. We went from a 16 frame video of a guy walking on his garden to now where we create videos of our own in our phone. Hope I was able to prove my point on how film has brought us together with this presentation. Thank you. And then those are my credits, so.